Hey everybody, my name is Chase Pipes and you're watching Chasing History, brought to you by Smoky Mountain Relic Room and American Digger Magazine, and we are back down in Texas with our good buddy, Andre Lujan.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Andre is the director, right? Director of the Texas Through Time Museum. This is an incredible museum that we're doing a series of YouTube episodes on that you can go and watch and check out. One of the many things that Andre does here at the museum is they do actual prep work, which is they take the dinosaurs from the field, bring them into here, and prep them out. What is prep work?
Prep work is the removing dirt and stone from the actual fossils. So just cleaning the bones from everything that's not the fossil itself.
Okay, so when you go out and you discover these fossils, they've still got dirt and stuff like that, and there's a lot of work involved in that.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes they're unstable, and we actually have to cover them with more stuff to get them safely out of the field. So that's why you see paleontologists putting those plaster jackets. Those are casts meant to protect the fossils when they're transported from the field to the lab.
Nice. Now, you do all that stuff. Can you take us inside and show us?
Yeah.
And show these guys what you do?
Yeah, come on in.
Yeah!
This is a perfect example of one of these jackets that I was telling you about.
What?
This is a juvenile mammoth skull, and this is from northeastern New Mexico.
Oh, mammoth?
Mammoth.
Whoa!
Yeah.
No way!
Yeah.
That's nuts!
What's really awesome about this fossil is this mammoth was less than 10,000 years old. So the the site has been well studied, well collected. And originally there was a huge excavation that was collected about 6 tons of bones and a large adult specimen that was housed at the Denver Museum for many years. We were fortunate enough to get access to the ranch and go back and find this little guy and this large section of adult tusk.
Wow, that is okay. So it's under 10,000 years old.
Yes, less than 10,000 years old.
That is insanely young for a mammoth. That is nuts, dude.
Yeah.
So okay, so this was found out in the field, covered with plaster, brought here. What are you going to do with it here in this room?
Right. So really, what we do is we find the fossil, we uncover it a little bit in the field. We put some glue and penetrant stabilizers on it, like this paraloid or butte-var.
So all right. So the glue and penetrant. What are you trying to do when you're gluing this thing up?
As you can see, this is kind of a little bit unstable, a little flaky.
Okay.
So when we find those fossils, they've been exposed by erosion. Remember the evil forces of erosion that we're always talking
to
about.
knock stuff around.
So what we want to do is make sure and glue everything down where it is. And then we're going to cover the whole thing in a protective plaster jacket. So we use strips of burlap and we use layers of plaster, you can see here. And this forms a protective cast so we can safely bring this out of the field and into the lab.
Nice.
So then the next step is to cut that cast off and slowly start to work the fossil down layer by layer.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
So okay, so once you get the fossil worked down layer by layer, where does it get to the point where, what kind of tools are you using to knock this stuff out?
Oh man, big tools. We use sawzalls and cut-off discs to open these jackets. Sometimes we use hammer and chisel if it's harder material.
Yeah.
But once we get to the delicate surface of the bone, we use fine tools like little micro-abrasive cabinets they're basically sandblasters and little pneumatic chisels that we call hand pieces.
Oh, nice.
If you want to come over to the bench,
let's go check this out. Yeah, because you've got a whole crew of people in here doing some work. Come check this out.
So these are our prep stations. And we can do any different, number of things here. We're still picking some micro. This is really important.
So what's going on right here?
Yeah, so we've got this concentrated gravel that's got fossils in it, and we're carefully going through all of the gravel to pull all of the fossils out.
Now, what period of time is this?
This is Permian.
That's Permian.
Yeah.
Whoa, so that's almost 300 million years old.
Yeah, this is about 270 to 280, this particular site.
Okay. Wow, that is nuts. And there's all different kinds of, so you got the magnifying glass, and those are really teeny tiny bones. Look at that. That is insane. This is really tedious.
It's very tedious.
So what are you going to do once you've got all these bones separated out from the gravel?
Well, hopefully we're going to be able to re-articulate some hands and do some little composites and put some hands and feet together and maybe reconstruct some of these critters.
See, now that's one thing that's really important to understand is when you go into the museums and you see this big dinosaur all put together and you think it's like Jurassic Park and you walk out and boom, there's the entire animal. That's not how it happens. Most of these museum specimens are put together from different bones from many different finds all over the place. And so this is basically essentially what you're doing here.
Absolutely.
You're gathering up the bones from the species in order to put the whole thing together.
Yes, yes. So we can reconstruct one animal out of parts of the same animal that are, you know, many different individuals.
Right, found in other places.
Right. Well, this is all one particular site where
Okay.
we had hundreds of the same kind of animal, and they all died and were kind of scattered to bits. So we're just collecting all the parts of those animals, and we're going to hopefully put one back together.
God, that's a lot of awesome work. That's cool.
So that's some of the cleaner work.
Okay.
This is some of the nitty gritty right here, what Matthew's working on.
So what's going on here?
So he's got a tool that we call an air scribe. And the air scribe is essentially a little pneumatic chisel. So instead of a big jackhammer like you see at a demolition site, this is a very fine tool that you can control on a fine detail level.
Okay, so when you get it out of the jacket like we just saw there, you get over. This is the work that's done here to finite and to finish it and polish it all out.
Absolutely. So we've stabilized this bone, we brought it out of the field, we've taken it out of the jacket or whatever protective measure we've taken in the field, and we're cleaning it up and getting all the last remnants of dirt and glue off of it.
Oh, that's nuts. Now, how long does it take to do this? Let's say from the jacket to here in a finished bone.
Wow. I mean, it really varies, but hundreds of hours.
Per bone?
Per bone. I mean, if you think about just to get to this site, it's 16 hours of driving round trip.
Right.
So that's just the driving. That's not even doing anything else, just trying to get there and back. Then you've got to set up the field camp, and then you've got to go out and prospect, and you've got to dig the overburden by hand. Sometimes there's 4 to 6 feet of it. And then by the time you get the bone out, you've already got 100 hours into it, you know. And you multiply those man hours by a crew of 10 or 12, and they really add up quick.
Yeah. This is why when you see the donation box at museums, you donate. There's a lot of hard work that goes into doing this. That's nuts. So when Matt's done with this bone here, what's the next thing that's going to happen to this piece?
All right, so we're going to take this finished bone and we're going to clean it up and do a final stabilization on it.
Okay.
And if it's something that we think warrants being restored, then we're going to take it upstairs to our restorator, and we're going to sculpt back or build back the parts that are missing or damaged.
Oh, that's cool. So to make this, so if you've got just like half of a limb, you're going to go up there and you're going to make a whole one and finish it out.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So when you get it finished out, what's going to happen to that?
Well, we're either going to curate it in our collections for people to study, or we're going to put it out on display to use as a teaching specimen. And sometimes we'll even take those and donate them to other institutions.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's really cool. That's really cool. Is this some stuff, I mean, how can people get involved doing this? Let's say there's somebody out there that's watching this right now. This looks like Candyland, like this is what they want to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
How can people learn how to do this?
Well, the best way to learn how to do something like this is to come and volunteer and do it. There's not really any schools or any place that you can learn something like this other than to apprentice under an experienced person in a lab. So if you would like to prepare dinosaurs, come volunteer with us at Texas Through Time. We're located at 110 North Waco Street in Hillsboro, Texas. You can call us at 254-262-3466, or you can reach us on our website, which is still under construction, at texasthroughtime.com. So if you want to be a preparator, you want to learn this trade, please come and get hands-on with us.
That's really generous of you to offer the people out there the opportunity and do serious offers only. I mean, this is real science going on right here.
Yeah.
You know, this is awesome, man.
Well, I'd like to.
What else you got?
Well, I want to show you a little bit, some more facets of the prep lab.
Yeah.
Good lighting is really important.
Okay.
But also we have this suction system. So when we're doing work that's going to create a lot of respirable dust, we can use this suction system to pull all of that dust away from the face of the people that are working on something. And what we have here is a HEPA filtration unit, and this is going to filter down to like 5 or 6 microns. So this is really fine particulate. So this is really important to control dust and keep the lab clean and keep everybody safe and healthy here. So another important tool in our prep lab is our air compressor, which is in this closet right here. This is our Quincy 80-gallon.
Whoa!
So So this is a beautiful machine. This provides all the compressed air that we need to operate all of the benches simultaneously, so we can have 6 people using air tools at the same time and still keep up the demand.
That's not messing around.
Yeah.
That's nice. What else you got?
Well, upstairs we're doing some restoration up there, so maybe we can take a peek real quick and see what's going on. Hopefully.
Yeah! I know you want to go. Come on. This will be fun.
So this is one of the specimens that we're working on restoring.
That is nuts.
Yeah, so we lay these out. We like to make to get a lot of room to spread out so that we can make messes and prepare the fossils and kind of stage them in different ways and really just do a good job of putting them back together the way they belong.
All right, so is this like an example of one specimen that you found?
Yes,
or
this is one skeleton.
This is one.
And we did not find this. Credit goes to Jack Lofton of Archer County, Texas.
Okay.
He actually discovered this specimen and was part of a collection of skeletons that he found. Really a remarkable discovery and probably one of the best self-collected Permian collections ever in the United States.
Yeah, because I mean, this doesn't really happen very often where you've got this many bones of one animal all in one spot.
Right, and this skull for many, many years was the best of its kind in existence.
Wow.
So this is a Diadectes sideropelicus.
Now, he didn't look that goofy in real life, did he?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Yeah. I mean, that's a happy guy right there.
Yeah,
That's a face.
dude, that is a big smile.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
so happy to be here,
So
man.
happy to be here.
Everybody's happy to be
So
here.
slowly we're taking fossils like this, and this is another example of one that we're restoring. We're putting this into a panel mount. So this is kind of a behind the scenes green screen to what these things look like when you're staging them and putting them back together.
All right, so hold on. So explain a panel mount. So what's going on? What's with these chips and what's going on here?
Okay, so we actually have cut the bone into this board, and we are working on setting the fossils in there, and we're going to create a natural background with using matrix. And so this fossil is going to look like it was prepared right out of this board.
Oh, whoa! So you're gonna cut. You're basically gonna cut an outline, insert this fossil into that cutout,
Yes.
and then create a background like it was on the side.
Absolutely.
That's cool, man.
And what's really important is everything that we're doing is not permanent. It can be undone. So these fossils are being temporarily displayed this way. So if scientists need to take them back out and do some research, nothing that we have done is going to damage the fossils long term or can't be undone.
See, that's genius, and that shows a lot of foresight, because the way things were prepped 100 years ago, they can't reverse a lot of those things that were done.
Yeah.
You know, whereas you're thinking ahead, because all the time new technology is coming out and is being developed where we can study these bones in a brand new and different way that might involve of taking this stuff out and re-examining it and having the foresight to make sure that people can do that. Dude, that's really forward thinking. Like, seriously, dude, that's awesome, man.
Well, thank you, Chase.
That's cool, dude.
Well, if you want to hold this is the skull of a Dimetrodon limpatus.
God, it's so cool, dude. This is nuts, man.
Look at those teeth.
God, that is nuts.
And
cool.
Credit for this discovery also goes to Jack Lofton of Archer County. This guy he was a historian. He was an amateur paleontologist. He was somebody with a passion for history and making discoveries, and he really did. He leaves a legacy with this collection of really the true spirit of pursuing your passion.
Yeah.
He was friends with one of the most famous paleontologists who collected the Permian, who is Dr. Alfred Sherwood Romer. So Jack actually collected with Romer, and Romer gave him knowledge to help him go on and make these big discoveries after Romer's death.
Dude, this is awesome, man. Whoa. I'll hand this back to you. That is too cool, dude. I love the work that you're doing here, man. I mean, you're doing all of it.
Yes.
There's nothing you're not doing. From discovery to the final process. That's cool, man.
It's really exciting, and we're very proud to be able to do that. Some
you can get excited. It's okay. You get excited. It's cool, dude.
Some museums do that. The only thing that we haven't done yet is a birthday party. Come on down. We would love to have you. We could have your kids help us do some of this work. But seriously, we do try to do everything, and to better understand what we're doing and make us better at the other things that we're already doing.
Yeah.
So learning new things. gives us skills that often translate into things that we're already doing.
Well, and see, science is always evolving.
Absolutely.
That's what science is.
Right.
And so to see you guys doing real science here, dude, this is so cool, man.
Yeah.
This is far beyond anything I thought of when we were coming down here to film this and to bring you guys here. This is really cool, dude. What else? What else we got going on here in the?
Well, we've got we got a mess because we do a lot of work. This is not a museum that is
this bad mamma jamma.
This guy right here is an Eriops megacephalus. It's a large amphibian from the Permian. So this guy was like a it was a salamander the size of a dump truck. This guy was really doing some scary stuff.
Look how big this is. That is insane.
Yeah, look at these lower jaws here.
Whoa. So this is what, 270, 290 million years?
Yep, exactly.
Wow. 270 million years. This is before the dinosaurs. This is before the dinosaurs were even conceived. This is nuts, man.
This is nuts, yeah.
That's crazy. All right, so what are you going to do with this guy?
This is the same thing. All of these are staged in different processes, of fully restoring them.
Okay.
So they start in the jackets, they start rough in the field, and we prepare them, and we lay them out, and we restore them, and then we put them in panel mounts, or we stand them up like the cast of that Dimetrodon downstairs,
right,
or the Adaphosaur that you saw that we did in Tucson.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a box of loose bones, oftentimes little tiny pieces like that, and we're going to turn it into something that you can look at and it's intuitive because you're like, oh yeah, that's a skeleton. But a lot of times we start with little pieces like this.
You guys start with little pieces like that, and you make they assume these are the spines.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So these are all broken up, but if you take the time, you can find all the pieces and put them back where they're supposed to go.
Oh wow, that's
This is for OCD people who love puzzles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, that's a lot of pieces to try to figure out A and B. You know, that's
absolutely
cool, man. Oh, that's awesome. So what else we got going on up here?
Well, I'm just gonna grab something from our restorer Amanda over here.
So what's she do?
Oh, she is doing some color match on some restoration.
Wow.
If you would hand that off, please.
Sure.
So what we've done is we've taken all of those small pieces to this animal right here. It's called Archeria, and we're putting this skull back together, and we're re-articulating it. And what her role is she is our fine artist. She's a study art in college, and she's using those skills to really bring these fossils back to life.
Wow, that is awesome, dude. You are doing the whole process,
we're
man.
it all. Thank you.
There's nothing you're not doing, man. That is so cool.
Yeah. So another part of making discoveries is doing the research.
Okay.
Doing the research, and what we have here is this. This is our research library. Of course, there's fossils mixed in, but collecting these publications, digging through history in books, is part of making discoveries in the field.
So, going through this book, what are you looking for, in here? Or is that not a good one to grab?
This is not.
Let's grab one that's better.
Okay. Let's see. The Ouichitas is limestone and dolomite resources, Lower Cretaceous rocks of Texas.
When was this book published?
This book was published in 1966. So most of the books that we use are between the 40s and 60s. That's when a lot of great geology was being done. So learning about the different types of Cretaceous rocks that we have in our area, and what's most important are the maps.
Okay.
The maps that come with these books. So what we've got here is a very good map of the counties of Texas with major highways, and it's telling us about the name of the formation, where they outcrop, and if you read, it tells us what fossils are common in here. So we've got meliolid and shell fragment limestone. So we know that there's bivalves in there. It talks about rudis clams, and it talks about other things that can be found in here. So
this is like a treasure map.
This is a treasure map.
Basically. That's nuts. And so the green shaded in here, these are where the fossils, or that layer that it's in, is exposed.
Absolutely. So that color correlates to this
to what it is.
Right.
God, that's cool. And who'd have thought something like that would have been in a book from the 60s?
Yeah,
that is
and
too
it's
cool,
great
man.
too, because these little symbols right here tell us, was there a quarry or pit, or is there an outcrop, a natural outcrop?
That's cool.
Yeah.
No way, that's awesome, man.
So these otherwise boring books are the secret to making fossil
I was going to say, this is like your most important resource.
This is our most important resource.
Yeah, because I doubt a lot of this information is online.
No, a lot of this is not. You might find it on microfiche somewhere, but who looks at that stuff?
Yeah. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so that pretty much is the process from, we came full circle. What do the fossils look like? How do we collect them in the field? All the way to how did we even know to go there?
Yeah.
And all the process of preparing them and restoring them in between.
God, this is great. I love what you're doing here. Like, you are doing it all, and it's all like, dude, this is so great. If you haven't had a chance, go back and look at some of the earlier episodes that we've done with Andre. We went out with Andre last year out into the field to film discovering Permian fossils.
Yeah.
We did a whole bunch of episodes for this series that you're watching now. There's a great interview with Andre that talks about him and his museum and the passion behind what is going on here. So if you get a chance, check out those other episodes. So, dude, this is insanely awesome.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to get involved, how can they get involved in doing this?
Well, again, we just invite you first and foremost to come visit our museum. We're located at 110 North Waco Street in Hillsboro, Texas. And you can reach out to us and call the museum at 254-262-DINO, that's 3466, or hit us up on our new web address at texasthroughtime.org.
This place is definitely worth seeing. If you've never been to a museum, or if you're passing through the area, or you want to make a special trip, I promise you this place is worth it. And these guys are doing awesome stuff here. So this is, dude, Andre, thank you so much.
Thank you, Chase.
We appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to like and subscribe the video that you're watching here. Check out our other episodes on Chasing History. Go to our Facebook page and our other social media apps. And, dude, you know what it is.
Yes.
I know what it is.
Yes.
You ready?
Yeah.
Woo!